Okay, let's see if I can get the startup screen on the new. Nice, look at that. Hello YouTube, it's Chris and I'm back in my Tesla Model 3, and hey, a little while ago I installed a new Hansshow Driver Screen in my car, and I filmed the installation of the product, but I haven't actually talked about it yet. I was waiting on a software upgrade because it was an early release and I had the beta software on. But guess what? Last night I successfully uploaded the new software, so I just wanted to show you what that looks like. And if you haven't seen these screens, let me just quickly show you what it looks like on the dash. It sits on there. It's one piece. It sits inside. Let me see if I can show it from the front of the car. So you can see it's got a built-in speaker as well. It's just like a mono speaker. And on this side, you can see it's got a USB port. I guess one other thing I should say is that this screen from Hansshow is a little bit unique. I've seen some people talk about just putting a clip on their dash and then using their mobile phone and using it for Waze or something for maps like that. And I've seen other products where you have something that connects to the car, the onboard diagnostics port, and then actually connects through an app so that you can get information from the car on your mobile phone. This is kind of unique. So this does like three things. It's the mount, it's the screen, and it's the connection to the onboard diagnostics. So it does three things. So I've heard people say this screen's a little bit expensive, but it's because it's doing a lot of things. It's natively giving you information off the car to present it in front of your driver's screen, and it's also giving you access to applications that the Tesla car doesn't come with natively. So with that in mind, let's have a look at it. Yeah, it's a bit tough to show you guys because I'm getting such reflections, but anyway, let's have a look at it. This is your default screen here. Speedometer on this side. You can see that it shows you your estimate range, 355 kilometers. We're at 69% battery, 12 degrees in the car, expected range, odometer. This over here is horsepower, or I guess it's horsepower. And it also shows regen, so that needle will go backwards when it's regen. And then you can see the temperature of the motor as well. Okay, and then the car animations change as you, let's see, does it change if I put it in drive? You can see the, oh, I guess it's because my door's open. There you go. But you can see that the lights will change as well. The brake lights come on. Okay, cool. It's got turn signals. Okay, and the other thing that it does, I've noticed, is when you touch the brake, both turn signals come on. And it actually does that as it's doing a regen as well. So when you're cruising to a stop and the regen is on, you'll also see those two green arrows come on. That's a bit confusing to me because it looks an awful lot like the hazards to me. So maybe in a future release they would change that. There's no need to show your brake lights coming on like that because it's shown on the graphic, but it's also shown on your regen meter as well. Okay, and then we can see my lights are on. You can see the running lights on. You can see my seatbelt's not done up, and you can see the time in the top left. Okay, so using the right wheel button, I can scroll between different applications on the left. I can get into the settings for the screen itself, and then there's my applications, default Navi. Now on this other side, if I don't want that, I can show tire pressure and a clock. Okay. Now the navigation, you can point to any one of the navigation apps you want. I've got mine set to Waze. That's just to turn the screen off. That's CarPlay. If you have an iOS product, you can use CarPlay wirelessly. I don't have an Apple phone. I'll have to find somebody who has an iOS device, and then I can show you what that looks like. And then the car settings. So let's go into the car settings here. Oh, sorry. I went into the apps instead. Car settings. There's where you can set up your Navi. I'm using the wheel to scroll down between the applications, or between the options. And then I'm scrolling back to the left to go back to the home page. Applications, here you can see there's a browser. That, this is funny actually, is in Chinese here. So I'm not sure what that is. Cancel. Oh, it's telling me to connect through Bluetooth. Anyway, that app I don't think translates well. Google Maps, Pandora I don't have. Spotify I have, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. It's got a video, it's got files here, Bluetooth, a better route planner, Waze, and video. And I did, just for you guys, do this. It'll scan the onboard drive, and I put a video in there just so you could see it. So that's an AVI file that I put on. Now, this is interesting. The car is just an external source. So if you want to hear the audio, you have to go connect the device as a phone. So it appears as the Tesla screen Bluetooth, and you just say connect. And what we should get here is the sound from the movie coming through the speakers on the system. Let's see. And this should open. Okay. Okay. So that was one question people had, is does the sound come through your car? And yes, basically the driver screen, it just appears as a source into your car. So all you do is, instead of connecting to your phone, you connect to the Tesla screen Bluetooth, and then the sound will come through. All right. And it does have onboard storage. So you notice I'm not using a USB key to play this movie. I'm just playing it directly. So as we go through here, and you can see the different options on the left-hand side, you can see that it comes up to navigation, and you can point that at a better route planner or Waze. One thing I should say is that this screen doesn't have any data. And because the Tesla doesn't allow you to share your mobile data with other devices as a hotspot, you need to turn your phone on as a mobile hotspot and then have the screen connect to it in order to get real-time navigation. And, you know, any songs that you haven't downloaded, any songs that you want to stream, that all has to come through a data source. So you'd have your phone set up as a hotspot, and then you would be running Waze from the Hansshow Driver Screen. The amount of data it uses is not a lot, because of course you're using the autonomous GPS built into the Hansshow screen, and you're just using the data from your phone for real-time traffic updates or for getting your original navigation route, right? Okay, so I will film some navigation with this once we get on the road. So one thing that's nice about this screen is, you remember when Tesla did their last update, they changed the location of these. Here's your battery level, and it's kind of gray and it's very small. And then here's your indicator for your, your gear that you're in, off to the side. This one's much better. It's right in front of your view, and there's your battery, and it also shows you your range there. So it shows that we're in park, and when I switch into drive, you can see it go into drive just like it does here. This is stuff that you're getting from that ODB port in the car, which you can't get if you just take your phone and put it on a little mount and like people are doing, right? Okay, so let's try.
On Queensbury Avenue. In 100 meters, turn left on Sutherland Avenue.
Okay, and the navigation is coming through the car's system. So the animations now reflect the color of your car. Taillights come on. Let me pop the trunk and show you what that looks like. And I'll also pop the front. Okay, so you can see that they don't lift like they do on the animation here. They just turn red. That's pretty cool. So hey, that's just a really quick look at what this screen can do. You can tell I'm pretty new to it. I'm just getting used to how to use it. And they'll be adding things to it. For example, I'm an Android user, and Hansshow has told me that Android Auto, wireless Android Auto, is coming within a month. So I'm excited about that. I wish I had some sort of Apple product so I could try the Apple Carplay. Maybe I'll try to borrow somebody's phone if I can find that. It's a really cool product. What I've noticed is how quickly two things have happened. When you get a Model 3, everyone talks about everything being in the middle of the screen, in the middle of the car, and not having anything in front of you, and how distracting that must be to look off the side. And I found that very quickly, it wasn't an issue to me. I trained myself really quickly to look over there. Well, now the opposite has happened. Now that I have a screen right back in front of me again, I've quickly adjusted to, I don't look at the middle screen anymore. I'm looking at my speedometer and my turn signals and everything that's important to me on the screen in front of me. So it's quite funny. I think it's really good. They'll be adding more features and functionality to it. Again, this is an early release, but I wanted to show you that this product is actually out now. So if this is something that interests you, you can actually obtain one yourself. And like I said, I did the installation myself. There's another video for that. You can look at it if you want. Anyway, if you have questions about this, things you want to see, let me know, because hey, I've got one and I can show you. Anyway, until next time, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, bye.